Hello guys, it's John Master Hunter. Today I'm doing Beyblade Tips and Tricks 5. Now sorry about the lighting, it's a little dark. I don't want to use artificial lighting because trust me, it looks a lot worse than it will now. So this kind of thing is basically going to be kind of comparing like rubber, plastic, and metal performance tips. Now there are more, I don't know about metal, but more rubber tips like I'm not showing here, but it's because I just want to have, like, when they're all three types, like metal, plastic, and rubber, have the same thing. So I know I'm not going to explain, but for example, flat. I can't hold anything. Rubber flat and metal flat. See, then there's sharp. So you got regular sharp and rubber sharp and metal sharp. Then for ball, there's wide ball. Yeah, I know it's not ball, but trust me, rubber ball and metal ball are more comparable to wide ball than they are regular ball. Fun fact. See, metal ball versus wide ball. Yeah, I know wide ball is slightly bigger, but the regular ball is just like, it's trust me, it's a lot smaller than that. So yeah, and here's rubber ball. So, anyways, right then. So I'll kind of show you what I mean by this. So when you get, now like, here's the reason why I'm comparing these. It's because, now, plastic is kind of balanced in between these two things. There's friction, and there's also stamina. Friction, stamina are the reasons these two things exist. So when you get a regular plastic thing here, like this, it's, stamina-wise, it's, pretty decent. And then, when it gets hit, friction-wise, it's decent. Then you get something like rubber ball. Now, this also happens with rubber ball. It gets kind of aggressive because of the friction. But the stamina isn't as good because with how friction works, it slows it down more, which is why stamina on rubber isn't that good. And when it gets hit, though, as you can see, it doesn't move as much. But stamina is not very good. But when there's something like metal ball, because metal is more free spinning, I guess you could almost say. Like, what I mean by that is, it doesn't really it puts a lot less friction to its metal. And smoother. It will kind of, when it gets hit, move a lot more than like its counterparts. But the stamina on these are a lot better. Because like I said, friction slows things, alright? But at the same time, it also grips, which is why metal has less friction, which means it flies back more, but it also has more stamina. To a rubber, it has less stamina, but it's really grippy, and plastic's kind of a mix in between them. So that was just kind of showing the ball ones off there. Now I can show off flats, and you can even tell with aggression, and the friction makes the aggression more, which you'll see what I mean in a second. So here's a regular flat. Okay. So not bad. So, and when it gets hit, or like let's just say, runs into a defense type, it's kind of whatever. It gets hit. These are lighter. But when you have something like a rubber flat, watch this. See? But watch how quick the stamina dwindles out. Look, it's already almost getting into like the center here. And about now, it's barely even circling. See, it runs out of stamina really quick, and if it gets hit, though... Oh, I need more stamina for that. Whoops, And so if it gets hit, though, it's not going to do too much, unless it, the stamina, but, the rubber grips, and I know the rubber flat might not be showing it justice as much. It is because this one is kind of worn out, so, Next up's the metal flat. Now, as you can see, it's less aggressive than the other two, but also, well, I know it looks a little aggressive, but yeah, just trust me on that, it is less aggressive than the other two. But here's the thing, it spins a lot longer, and when it's hit, it flies back more. Let me actually show you in a battle. So, plastic versus rubber. We'll do that at the end, though. So, I forgot I still have the sharps to do, so... So here's regular, sharp plastic. Stamina's decent, alright. Gets hit. Okay, hits there. Whatever, But then there's rubber sharp, which, more friction. I'm kind of just doing this quickly because I already kind of got to the point about these. Gets hit, not as much. And that's why these are the lightest Beyblade, like Grand Ketos. That's why they're so good, is because the rubber sharp is like just grips really well. Then you get something like metal sharp going. And yeah, these kind of just, they get hit. I mean, it's pretty bad for metal to get hit because they don't really do well like that. But we'll be doing a few battles here, like just small, quick battles, hopefully. So we'll start off with the sharps. So plastic versus metal. So now these are probably like the closest because rubber is just kind of different, but metal will probably outlast sharp. Hopefully, unless something interesting happens in which that kind of throws my logic out the window. But let me go ahead and make sure I have a charged battery here, so hold on. Alright, so here we are. This kind of, whatever happening here. As you can see, the plastic one is losing spin quicker than the metal because the metal has better stamina. But I don't know if you you could kind of see it when it wobbles. It's really not gripping much, which kind of can make them fall easier if they get hit. While like that, so let me go ahead and actually plug in my camera, and I accidentally just zoomed in a little bit, or a lot, but we don't want to lose charge here. There we go. Alright. Just don't want to lose charge, just in case. Now let's do plastic versus rubber, and see how that goes. Now, as you can see, the rubber is definitely gripping more than the plastic. But, unless if the plastic already took enough hits, that kind of is a problem. But, the plastic should outlast the rubber, depending on if it's hit out or not, though. Which is an advantage of the rubber. Like, it doesn't get hit out as much, though. So, alright, they're just kind of, whatever. But, look at that. The rubber one's just out already. As you can see, that's that. Now, I just want to compare. I'm not really going to fight the metal and the rubber ones. That's just kind of not really relevant. Because, I mean, each one has a really overpowering trait. And if you put both of those, it's just going to come out differently each time, probably. Well, not each time, but you know what I mean. The odds are about even. It just depends on the other parts, really. The tips are kind of evenly matched. It just depends on what happens. If it's a sleep out, metal will probably win. If it's a knockout, rubber's probably going to win. So it just all depends on that. But to where I want to compare plastic and metal and then plastic and rubber, just to show you how those variables affect it. So, alright, next up, we're going to get to the ball types. So let's go ahead and start with the metal ball and also the regular wide ball. Now, I know this isn't probably the best Beyblade to show you this, because Poison Wheel's terrible, so I'm sorry if the metal ball, Poison Direct does lose. It is mainly just because of the actual bait itself. It's not good. But as you see there, look at, he doesn't have as much friction there, which can actually cause a problem. Because that way he's getting hit more, he's getting hit around, and as you can see, he's about to fall over. Yep. And that's kind of a problem. And Rock the Own, I should probably just compare all of them. Like, if I had one Beyblade, or three of one, the same Beyblade, I would compare these better, but this is about the best I could do, unfortunately. So, yeah, I know it's not the best logic here, but I'm just trying to show you guys at least a decent example. So, now let's try with rubber ball. If we could actually stay on the launcher, that is. I'll launch it a little bit weaker than usual, just because it was taking so long. But hey, as you can see, it's not really moving around much, which is also from the fact that it's Jade Jupiter, but it may lose spin quicker though. And if Jade does win, you should still be able to see how much like spin Jupiter has lost, because yes, it is a better bay in general, but look at, I mean, while if it was just a regular 4D, it'd be sweeping. I mean, it's great for defense, but look at, the rubber really hinders it, to where it literally just lost because of that. Now we'll get to the flats. Probably the most interesting examples. Because here, you know, these ones are crazier. So we'll just do, you know, Cyclone Herculeo, regular flat, and Screw Capricorn, metal flat. So let's go ahead and try that. Actually, let's actually launch metal first. And there you go. He just went flying out. Might need a redo on that. So let's try that one more time, because he kind of just got knocked out. But as you can see, the metal is not catching up, and the plastic is going faster, because friction is doing that. Metal is slower, but has more stamina, which we might be able to see here. This is why I like the attack types in the best, because they kind of just make more sense with this. And okay, metal just hit him out again. And whatever. But I don't know if you saw that. I mean, I saw it, but the plastic had less spin than the metal. But I don't know if the camera picked it up or not. Hopefully it did. Didn't? No, I'm sorry about that. But I mean, you could at least see with the past two examples how metal and versus plastic works. But now let's try plastic versus the rubber. So as you can see, you know, got those. And we're gonna launch plastic first, of course, because that makes the most sense to do. I think he's way more aggressive. Just knocked him out quickly. That's the rubber attack, rubber flat's purpose is to do that. So yeah. As you can see, it's getting knocked out quickly and efficiently. There's really nothing you could do about that. So, alright, I really had to reach for that one. I'll do a couple more battles as examples against them, just to show you how. I'm trying to hope at least one of these doesn't end in a freaking knockout. Let's hope, but if not, oh well. But I guess it does kind of show the aggressiveness of the rubber, which is kind of a good thing, but also a bad thing. I can't show the other aspect, which kind of is the problem. So, okay, please don't knock him out. Oh, and of course, but I mean, you already saw I was losing. We'll just try one last time here to see if this could actually work. So, hopefully. Nope. That didn't really go well. But, anyways, that does show how aggressive the rubber flats can be. I'm not really sure how to test this exactly. I guess we'll just do a plastic wide flat versus the rubber flat. I mean, you know what? No, that's not gonna work. I really want to show you guys this, but how many more battles? I don't know. Hopefully this one will get it. Not doing many more though. But alright, you know what? Fine. This will be the last one for real this time. But the rubber is a lot more aggressive, which you can even see in some of the other, I think it was the rubber ball that showed, it just Dang it. But how aggressive they are. Even if it's a rubber ball or rubber defense flat, just anything like with the rubber actually will be very aggressive, because I mean the rubber friction, it just works together, but that does hinder the stamina quite a lot, which can be a problem in certain circumstances. Like, I recommend using like a rubber flat if you're just facing another attack type or a stamina type, but facing a defense type, you might want like a metal flat. Like, that's why like metal and rubber add variables to your everyday Beyblade, because, well, a metal flat is actually, you can possibly actually take down a defense type as an attack type. To where a rubber flat, you probably couldn't. Well, potentially. Because you could go for longer lasting stamina, or more aggressive, just more aggressive and, like, as an attack type, and even in some of the other ones, or, like, better defense, so if an attack type hits off them, they have a less chance of going flying. Like, if you put on a weaker bay, like a thin, light bay, a rubber sharp, and like let's just say you take like Flying Sagittario here, you put a rubber sharp on him, he's probably less likely to go flying with like against a Storm Pegasus. He might actually hold his ground, but that does hinder his stamina quite a bit, which is unfortunate. But that's just how it's supposed to work. So metal and rubber add some great variables into Beyblade, which is something I like. So we don't have to just deal with the same plastic, regular friction, you know, regular aggressiveness, regular everything. Now you can actually get some cool aggression, like, and defense, like, you know, gripping with aggression. Or you can just get tons of stamina, which is awesome. So, I mean, that's, I think, why rubber kind of gets, I guess you'd say, 2 bonuses, aggression and, like, I guess, a better attack, better defense. Because metal still can have, I mean, good attack, but the stamina on metal is just great, to be honest. That's why Burn Phoenix was, like, the best to, like, stamina, not best stamina, but, like, his metal sharp was the best, like, sharp around for a while, like, and that's why he could spin the longest. He was able to spin, I think, like, 4 minutes? Oh, no, that was Scythe Chronos, but he was able to spin for a long time until Scythe Chronos came around. Because metal helps with that. Now, I know I'm kind of getting repetitive, so I'm probably going to end this video. So, I hope you guys at least did learn something about this. Anyway, guys, that's about all. So, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.